Welcome back to the channel and another segment of House Hunting with Brian. Today I thought we'd do something a little bit different and take a look at Zillow and see what is new to the market. Take a look at Washington State, see what's out there and see what's coming on the market brand new. Let's take a look. So there you see it. We searched Washington and there are all the red markings. You can see there are over 30,000 homes for sale in Washington State. So that's 30,000 homes listed on Zillow. There's probably more for sale actually, but 30,000 listed. Let's see what's coming new to the market. All right, we're looking here on the right hand side. Here's one that's fresh onto the market. $1,795,000 for that one. That's a little out of our price range. Here's a look at the next four. We got one here in Othello for $760,000. We got one in Olympia, Washington for $594,000. Down here we got one in Lake Stevens, new construction for $749,000. And next to that, we got one in Sultan, Washington for $632,000. So it's kind of fun to take a look at these and see what's coming on the market, see where they're being posted. You know, we want to find something on the west side here of the mountains and something reasonably priced. We're looking for a deal. We don't want to spend $700,000 on a home. We can already do that. And we want a deal, something maybe we could downsize to. That's kind of what I'm thinking about. Is there anything out there worth downsizing to? That's kind of the question on everybody's mind as prices go up and you kind of want to downsize your life, downsize your home. Is there anything out there that is luxury enough to make it worth your while? Let's keep looking. All right, here we have one in Belfair for $437,000. Another one here, $200,000. That's on Spokane though, so that's a good price. But all the way over there in Spokane, that's not gonna work. Over here we got $365,000, and that one is in Spokane as well. Next to that, we got a little trailer. We don't want to live in a trailer. Here are the next four. We got one here in Kennewick for $315,000. As you can see, the prices over there are reasonable, but that's a long ways to move away for $314,000. That's again in Spokane. It's kind of a cute looking house. Nice curbside appeal. This one has $399,000, and that one is new construction as well. Pretty interesting. I don't see Cherry Acres. I'm not sure where Cherry Acres is. We would have to look at that one. Here's one in Pasco, out of our price range again for $835,000. As you can see, this is what's coming on the market. This is what's fresh and new. Here's a better look at that one in Cherry Acres. It's actually Grandview, Washington. Grandview for $399,900. And new construction, it actually went up $5,000, so their price started and then it went up. That's awfully interesting. It usually doesn't happen that way, but that's the case here. All right, so I'm not really finding what I'm looking for, so I think what I'm gonna do is narrow my search a little bit. We're gonna create a boundary to get rid of those east side, those Spokanes, those Kennewicks. We don't want any of those. We want the west side, we want the Seattles and in that area. So let's take a look. So what we want to do here is we want to remove our boundary and draw a new boundary. So in order to do that, we go up here to this remove boundary and we create this remove boundary. Then we have this draw option. And we want to draw where we want to see these homes. Where do we want to be, our places to be located? We want this area right here, and we're not in Canada, but Bellingham on down. We can include Forks and Seattle and down to Astoria. Let's get Astoria in there. That is Oregon, but we'll circle that one in there. See what comes up now that we have narrowed our search. There you see it. And it's going to take a second. You have to hit this little apply button up here. And then it will bring up all the homes in that specific area. There you see it, all the red right there. And we have a whole new batch of homes to search through now. So I think we're going to narrow our search even more. We don't want those big money homes. We don't want to spend $800,000. We don't want to spend $1 million. We want to spend $500,000 or less. I think that is a fair amount. Let's see what's on the market for less than $500,000, $500,000. Let's check it out. So in order to find that, we go up here to price. We click on this little price option here. There you see it, list price, monthly payment, minimum, maximum. Maximum we want 500,000. We're going to go down, scroll down here to 500, and we hit 500, and then we hit apply. And then we'll see some of this red will go away, and there you're left with all the homes for 500,000 or less. So even when we do that, there's still 6,990 homes listed for 500,000 and less, so quite a bit to choose from. So obviously some of that might be plots of land, so we can kind of narrow our search even more to get rid of all those plots of land. We don't really want to look into land at this moment. We want to check out houses that are already out there, already built. Let's take a look at how we narrow our search and find only the homes. So to narrow our search even more, we go up here to home type, we click this link, and we're going to get rid of these condos. We don't want condos, we don't want lots of land, we don't want apartments, and we don't want manufactured homes. And as you do that, you can see this red disappearing. See there, you see it disappear. Multifamily townhomes, I guess we could look at some townhomes, but I think we're going to stick with that. That narrows it down to 1854, so 1,854 listings. Alright, so now that we've significantly narrowed our search, let's take a look and see what's out there. Let's see what's out there on this side of the mountain range, and what we can find to maybe downsize. Alright, the first three, we got this one in Belfair for 437, this one over here, Bremerton, for 410. Those don't really call to me. Here's one, 299,000 in Longview. We're gonna keep searching. We got one over here in Spanaway for 429, or 424 rather. Here we got a nice looking place in Ording, Washington for 400,000. So even Ording, $400,000 out there. Down here we got one in Gig Harbor for 395. And over here we got another one in Bremerton for 494. Alright, we're scrolling through this, and this one caught my eye here. What would it be like to live in Port Angeles? You've heard of it, right? Port Angeles, there on the water there. This one is 4,232 square foot for only $425,000. This one was listed just 19 hours ago. So it's new to the market. Let's take a look. So I often look at Port Angeles because it is kind of an area that, you know, you got to take a ferry over there, I think. And not a lot of people want to live over there, but it's cheaper living, and you can get quite a building for a decent amount of money over there. So I've seen some interesting commercial buildings as well as residential come for sale in Port Angeles. But you know, making the trip over there and living there and commuting might be you know, something that not a lot of people want to do. But let's take a look at what you can get for your money over there. So here's a look at the initial photos. We'll take a closer look at those a little bit later, but this is 425,000. Address is 511 East 1st Street, so right there on 1st Street in Port Angeles, 98362. It'll cost you $2,484 per month to live in this place. It's a 1 to 4 units. A Zestimate is not available. Built in 1927, and no homeowners association to show here. 4,232 square feet. So this thing is gigantic. It's a lot of space for a little bit of money. Just 425,000 for all this building. We'll have to take a closer look, but let's see the description. See what the description has to say. Look at what's special. It's saying it has a peekaboo water views, commercial units, a large side yard, multifamily duplex, unobstructed mountain views, beautiful covered back deck, as well as warehouse space. So I'm going to read this off to you. It's a little bit more information. It says, updated dual-purpose building features both commercial and multifamily space with unobstructed mountain views. Main level has 2 commercial units for a total of 2,116 square foot of office, commercial, and warehouse space. This is currently vacant and ready for your desired use. Upper level has a multifamily duplex with separate entrances. North side apartment is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with peekaboo water views and a beautiful covered back deck, and rents for $1,900 a month. South side is a spacious 700 square foot studio apartment with open layout and unobstructed mountain views, and rents for about $1,400 a month. Both have been consistently rented and newly updated. Large side yard on east side has potential for growth. So that's what they're saying here. It's been on the market again 19 hours, has 241 views and 18 saves. So some people are checking this out. Let's take a closer look at these photos. So here's an actual look at the street view of this place. Not a bad looking place. You can move this around to kind of get a better look at what's next to you. There you see some sort of bike shop on the right hand side. Let's see what's on the other side. It looks to be some sort of other commercial building there. Join us on Facebook. Lots of X's. Ambrosia, happy holidays. So right smack dab in the middle. This is again First Street. So right there, a lot of possibilities for commercial use. It does have a nice look to it. It has it looks like it's been freshly painted and updated. And here you can see the location on the map. There you see it's close to the water. They say the Peekaboo Water View, and right there on First Street. So right in the middle of everything happening in Port Angeles. Alright, so you guys wanted to see these photos. We got 53 photos to get through, so let's take a look at this place in Port Angeles on First Street. Might be an option. You know, your money goes a lot further over there. Let's see what we can get for $425,000 out there. Alright, so their first photo is similar to the street view photo we just looked at, but here's what we get. We'll go through these kind of quick. There's that side yard that they mentioned. It does have a lot of space, opportunity to do something over there if you want to put in a garden or whatnot. There's the views, mountain views. There's a little bit of water you can see through those buildings there, so kind of peekaboo view of the waterways. And looks like a couple units you could easily rent out if you could find somebody to put some business in there. A and B you see there, and there's a look at the back side of the building and that side yard. So there is a little bit of space between you and your neighbors there. That other commercial building, looks the other building is brick, so interesting. I'm not sure if this is siding or wood or what, but looks to be in good condition, freshly painted, or new siding maybe. Look at that, there's that back deck area. So they said that there is an apartment on the back, 700 square foot apartment, and definitely has room for some tenants. You could easily get somebody in there. And there's the C unit, so 3 commercial spaces in the front that you could use. There's a nice look from the inside of what you'll be getting for your money. Wow, look at that, nice and fresh. Looks like new flooring, or repurposed flooring maybe, but the long kind of narrow building, commercial space. It looks to be good lighting in there, nice lights all the way down, you can see. So well lit, and you could do a lot with the building like this. There's a lot of potential for something like this, but is there the clientele in Port Angeles to make you some money? Obviously, you know, I'm in the online clothing business, so something like this kind of appeals to me since we're not really relying on walk-in traffic. But you have 3 units there. You see a little sink there that is interesting. No toilet, but a sink. So a lot here. I'm not sure exactly which units we're looking at. There you see a little washer and dryer unit, one next to a stackable unit, so they got both sitting there. And there's that back deck, nice looking back deck, and would be nice peaceful area to have a cup of coffee. So you could have a little live-work type situation in a building like this. But obviously your neighbors are awfully close to you. You see the parking in the back there. There's like 4 spots. And definitely interesting unit. We're 29 into 53 photos. You're getting a good look at what you can get for your money out there in Port Angeles. And there's a kitchen area. So this must be one of the residential units. I'm not sure which one, but again, nice flooring, nice open windows, get good lighting, and clean and fresh Looks like plenty of fresh paint, and somebody's put some excellent work into this. There's the bathroom, and looks like they're in the middle of moving here. Everything is stacked up, ready to go. So somebody has put some time and effort into getting this one ready for resale. Finally got it on the market. Only on the market a short time now, so this one might be snatched up quick. It looks like it has a lot of potential, but you know, you could use this as a live work, like I said, or just rent it out, you know. With the rents that they say that they can get for these places, you got the 3 commercial units plus the residential, so plenty of money to be made on this one if you can keep it people in it. There's a nice little kitchen area. Again, everything bright and open, good lighting, and oh, look at that area rug. That really pulls the room together. All right. There's the bathroom. So definitely some options here. They got another stackable unit, a washer dryer unit, so their own. And there is the front of it again, and the back of it once more. That's the end of it. That's the last photo right there. There's the view you will have. Sunny Port Angeles. So kind of interesting to see what you get. $425,000 out there in Port Angeles. That's definitely a bargain if you can deal with living out there in Port Angeles. If you have you know, employment out there. I know there's not a lot of jobs to be had out there in Port Angeles, and you know, you probably have to commute for a good paying job in the city elsewhere. But you know, something to think about. You know, if someone like me who makes their money online could definitely swing it out there. So now that we've seen one, let's continue our search, see if there's anything else out there that catches our eye. We'll see what's new on the market. Maybe there'll be something else that is interesting. That one was definitely an interesting unit, but I'm not sure Port Angeles is a good fit for me, but something for you guys to consider maybe. All right, if we continue our search, here's another one in Port Angeles. This one $395, so even less money, far less space at just 1,686 square feet. Here's one in Elma. Here's one in Port Townsend. Right, we have one in Lacey. We have one here in Montesano. Down here we have one in Lacey again. And over here, Longview. So you get a good idea where these new places are popping up. All right, look at this one. Another one out there in Port Angeles. This one, $450,000 for 3,221 square feet. Been on the market for 20 hours. So some big places out there in Port Angeles coming on the market. All right, I think we're going to finish our search with this one here. It looks a little familiar. I know this area. $500,000 for this 1,090 square foot place, 2-bedroom, 2-bath in Bellingham, Washington. Let's take a look at this one. So obviously I went to school at Western Washington University and spent a lot of time in Bellingham. Had my sweet downtown Bellingham on North State Street. Sold that a few years back, and we've been kind of doing a little house hunting every now and then, just kind of seeing if we want to reinvest in something. So I'm always keeping my eye out on Bellingham, seeing what is going on in Bellingham, what new properties are coming up, new houses for sale, and how much they're actually selling for. So this one is an interesting one, new on the market. Let's take a look. All right, there you see the photos. We'll take a look at that a little bit later, but here, this one is at 2418 Texas Street, Bellingham, Washington, 98229. And it's $2,898 a month to live out there to get this one under contract. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,090 square foot home. Texas is not the greatest neighborhood from what I know. Not really where I would want to live, but let's take a look at this one in a little bit more detail. So sometimes when you live in a city or you visit a city a lot and you know the neighborhoods and you know what goes on in certain areas, you kind of know what to avoid, and this one I think will probably not be on the top of my list of places to live, but we're going to give it a chance. We're going to see what they have to say about this one, see what it looks like, see what kind of deal you can get for a place in Texas Street in Bellingham, Washington. Alright, so they're saying this one is a single family residence. The Zestimate is at 512.4, which is above what they're asking. They're asking 500. This one was built in 1924, so it's an oldie. 459 per square foot, and on a 0.3 1.30 acre lot with no homeowners association fees. What's special about this one? It's saying an expansive level yard, a corner lot. Okay, that's nice. And spacious corner lot. So corner lot and spacious corner lot, that's kind of the same thing, isn't it? But let's give this one a read and see what they have to say. Alright, so this one has only been on the market for 2 days, been on Zillow, 849 views, 27 saves. It says here, welcome to this delightful 2-bedroom, 1-bath home, brimming with potential, nestled on a spacious corner lot in the Roosevelt neighborhood. This property invites you to breathe a new life into its charming features. The expansive level yard offers endless possibilities for outdoor living and gardening. Located just moments away from a local restaurants, grocery stores, and schools, this home combines convenience with a vibrant community feel. Enjoy the nearby trails and parks, perfect for outdoor enthusiasts. Rare commercial zoning. So rare commercial zoning, interesting. So there are some different amenities within this, different options if you can run a commercial out of this suite, out of this home. Might be an interesting option for some folks out there. Let's take a look. Alright, here's a look on the map. It's right off of Alabama Street there. Texas is one of the cross streets, so that's where it is located, between you and Michigan. So right there, smack dab off of Alabama. Here's a look at that street view like we checked out the other one. We can kind of see who our neighbors are and get a better idea about where this one is located. There you see it is a corner lot. It looks like some sort of parking on the right hand side there. What is that next to? Is it a school? Can't see. So close to commercial. We'll have to zoom in if we want to see what that is, but I don't know off the top of my head. I am familiar with Bellingham, but I don't know it all. And there you see some big trees on the front there. So interesting neighborhood, not a bad little location. And that driveway is kind of interesting as well, but that's our first look at it. Let's see the other photos. Alright, here's the first of 24 photos we'll go through. There you see the front of it. Not great curbside appeal. The yard could use a little work, and that deck is just a small little deck on the front there. Not too bad, but just a small place. Again, built in 1924, so this one has been around for some time. Probably been remodeled more than a few times. And there you see that building on the far side again, some sort of commercial building over there. This one is zoned, could be possibly a commercial building. So for $500,000 though, there's a look at the inside. As you can see, what is it, popcorn ceilings, hardwood floors that look a little rough, but not too bad. Lighting, and probably could refinish those floors, but they work for what they are. There's a look at the kitchen with a nice fridge and sink there, and some sort of laminate flooring, it looks like. Looks right out into the backyard there, it looks like, or side yard maybe. So they had the doors open when they took the photo, it looks like. Cabinets are older, could probably be replaced. At least put some new hardware on them. And as you can see, it's an older house. 1924 this one was built. We're 12 into 24 photos. Getting a good look at this one. They got a good washer and dryer on the back end there. Sliding glass door looking out onto the back deck. Looks like they do have a little property with this one. So you get a little something with for your $500,000 here. But a lot of money for a house like this, in my opinion. But there's a look at the larger room. Again, look at those beams up there. Different coloring on the ceilings there. Looks like they've replaced a few boards, so probably some sort of repair. And stairwell to somewhere, but there's that backyard. So nice big spacious backyard. So should you want to expand, there is space for that. You know, you want to turn this into a larger building, you could definitely do it with this thing, depending on if the city will allow such expansion. But there's 21 photos into 24. Let's see what else. There you see it, a nice big yard, so you could probably fence this off to create a little bit more privacy and security and get a pretty decent place. Nice big trees, some old growth trees, and there you see it, some parking on the far end. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little look at the market, taking a look at Zillow, little house hunting with Brian segment. I like to do these on occasion just to see what's out there, see if I'm ready to invest in something else or if I'm just happy with where I'm at. I think based on those two listings, I'm happy with where I'm at, but interesting to see what's going out there on the market, what's for sale out there, how many are for sale out there, and what they're going for. Good to see you can still get some places under $500,000, but you know, depending on where you want to live, you know, Port Angeles versus Bellingham, you get a lot more building out there in some of the more rural areas. So something to think about as we move forward in this housing market, ever-changing housing market. So there you have it, the second listing we looked at today. A couple that are new onto the market. That one's been on only 2 days. There on Texas Street in Bellingham. $500,000 for that place. Can you believe it? $500,000. It used to be $500,000 would get you a mansion. Not anymore. Get that little house built in 1924 on a nice looking lot. It has potential, but definitely not something I would be interested in, but kind of fun to bring that to you, show you a couple places, one out there in Port Angeles and this one in Bellingham. Now, if you like these house hunting with Brian segments, there are plenty more up on my channel. You can take a look at the folder and watch a full variety of house hunting videos that I've done. We've searched outside of the state as well. For a while there, we were doing it state to state, checking out what you can get for your money in other states. So kind of fun. We're back in Washington doing some more searches and seeing what's new on the market. Thought that would be fun to do that today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and you'll be back for some more in the future. If you like this sort of thing, be sure to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell. That way you're notified every time a new one of these videos drop. And if you want to watch more of me, I do have a daily vlog that comes out. I do a reselling vlog called The Day in the Life of a Reseller that comes out every morning. So there's always something fun and fresh for you to watch. So click that subscription button, ring that notification bell, and do me a big favor. Give this one a big thumbs up on your way out. Trying to get my channel monetized. And when you give it a thumbs up, it gets in front of a few more eyes. So I greatly appreciate you watching this one to the very end. I look forward to more videos with you in the future. Thanks again. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.